Okay, here is the brief QSR workflow. Okay, the very first thing we will start with the data collection. Okay, now here what is this data? This data is the series of those compounds basically. Okay, compounds, these either you synthesize them or you just get it from the online repository or from wherever. Okay, you have the compounds. Okay, but while taking the data for the QSAR, just make sure whatever the data you are considering, whatever, for example, you are considering 100 compounds in the beginning. Okay, 100. Okay, or what are these compounds? These are the non-inhibitor of the protein. Okay, we are creating the model now, and model will be created with the known ones. Okay, so these are the 100 compounds which are known for the inhibition of the protein, for example. Okay, if these 100 are known to inhibit, we have to make sure that the inhibition or the activity of these 100 compounds are checked with the single method. It is not necessary 10 compounds you are getting from another repository, 10 from other method, 10 experimentally you have done. No, it is not like that. Whatever the number of compounds you are considering, you have to make sure that method which has been used to check their, action or their activity, the method should be same. Otherwise, your model will be false. Okay, it will not be even acceptable. Okay, that is one criteria. Okay, when we talk about the so whatever the model we will be designing using the for the QSR, basically the data collection is the main step over there. Okay, the first thing you have to keep in mind, the method should be same for which you are checking the activity of the compound. The second method is like the whatever the activity, when we talk about the activity, what kind of activity you are looking for. I'm giving the example of inhibition, but it is not the only activity. Activity basically categorized in two categories, the continuous response and the categorical response. What is the meaning of continuous response? For example, the IC50 of these compounds against this protein is this. The percentage of inhibition of these compound against this protein is that. That is your continuous response. Okay. Then the categorical response is whether active or inactive. That is whether activated or inhibited, or that thing that comes under the categorical response. While creating the QSR model, we have to make sure we take at least 20 compounds, that data collections, we are at the data collection stage. Okay. While collecting the data, just make sure at least minimum 20 compounds should be there. If you will go for less than 20, the accuracy of the model may be compromised. Okay. These are the conditions. Okay. Then comes the descriptor evaluation. The compounds are there. We are having the compounds. We have fulfilled all the criteria. Now we will describe, we will evaluate the descriptors. As I told, we have just discussed the descriptor part there. Okay. Now, basically, these descriptor, the online softwares are available. One of them is the cadd. Okay, that is the chemical descriptor, identification of the chemical descriptor. And while using this cadd software, you will see there is a lot of descriptor things are there. So many descriptor things are there. It will calculate for you. Okay. Now here comes the data pre-process. Okay, before creation of the training and testing, we have to pre-process the data. What is the meaning of the pre-process? We need to clean the data. We need to transform the data. Data cleaning means like whatever the we have to take the precautions before processing the data. Before making it the model, we have to clean it. Okay, we have to check the distribution of the data. Okay, distribution distribution means if you see no variation, okay, in any descriptor, if you see no variation, that means your data is not good. Variation should be there. Okay, only then what happened? What is the meaning of no variation? That means whatever the compounds you're looking at, they are from the same class compound. That will not work. You have to work on the different compounds there. Okay. You need to data transformation. That means, for example, if you are considering these descriptors you have evaluated, for example, the value is in the different unit. You have to make in the same unit. All the values should be in the same unit. Only then the model will be generated. Otherwise, there will be error. Okay, that is your data pre-processing.